Hello everyone and welcome back to the Sports Today Dugout. Now obviously we're looking forward to the India-Bangladesh test series, and ahead of the test series, India's stand-in skipper KL Rahul was quizzed on whether or not he's been following the test series in Pakistan, where England have of course sealed the series. He said, what do you think about that style of cricket that England are playing? And he said, look, it's really nice to see, very aggressive, very fearless. Was then asked, can India play that way? He said, look, depending on circumstances, this, that, but under me, we will see a very aggressive brand of cricket. So his exact words.
So is he trying to say that, as in KL Rahul, is he trying to say that under the other captains, you don't see other Indian captains in the past, they have not been as aggressive as what he will be?
It's open to interpretation, because he said very clearly, one thing is for sure, under me, we will be a very aggressive player. And
why does he have to say all this?
Because they were asking him about Bazball, if he's enjoyed watching the way England played.
Is he trying to further his own application?
Seems likely.
Because everybody has been doing that in Indian cricket. The regular captains, the fringe captains, people who
the vice captains for vice captains
who've been allowed captaincy in lottery scheme. Rohit Sharma said that when he became the full-time captain. Hardik Pandya said when he became a full-time captain in T20s. And Rahul has been the captain off and on. So it's not as if he was watching the England-Pakistan series and then all of a sudden it was a eureka moment for him and he decided that I now will be the Bahubali of Indian captaincy. No.
Of course not.
I mean, saying and doing are two different things.
And aggression has different connotations.
Correct.
You know, what we've seen in the last few weeks or days in Pakistan, England have been aggressive with the bat, with the mindset also.
With the ball too, really. You saw today. Out of nowhere, you bring on Mark Wood with a new ball, you tell him, no, bounce them out. And he does it.
It happened in the last test match as well.
Correct.
So, and then, we used to say that Virat Kohli was also an aggressive captain.
Absolutely.
In fact, he was an aggressive.
He was.
Yes.
He really was an aggressive captain.
So
in test matches.
It has different connotations. One can be very aggressive with his mindset, a captain can be aggressive with his mindset, with his approach, as in decisions like Ben Stokes took a few, gave them 355 run target to Pakistan with almost 3 days to spare. Then in the last game also made a very adventurous sort of a declaration just over a day left in the game. So Virat Kohli was also something very similar with that, with his decision making. Just that we Indians were not as aggressive. Now KL Rahul, of course, he will be opening the innings with
Shubman Gill, maybe.
Shubman Gill. Yeah, there have been so many changes in the Indian team that I keep forgetting who's in, who's out. I think we'll have to make an entire chart as to who all have been
ruled out. Do you want to discuss the 11 also? I read the team, so I know what the 11 could be like.
11 can wait till tomorrow, no?
Okay.
But fine. It's pretty, I think, would be obvious, no? The 11?
No, it's not very obvious. I think there are a few difficult choices, and there lies the point. Are you going to be aggressive, or are you going to be just like the other captains?
Safety first.
You've got Shubman Gill and KL Rahul as your openers. You'll have Pujara at 3, Virat at 4, Shreyas Iyer possibly at 5. And Rishabh Pant at 6. 7 would be Ashwin. Now 8, 9, 10, 11. You'll have Siraj and Umesh for sure. So 2 choices. I think either you can go in with Jaydev Unadkat, who's been given a test record, or you go in with Shardul Thakur as your third seamer because he can bat.
Correct.
And now, do you go in with Akshar Patel because he can bat, or do you get in Kuldeep Yadav, who's who could be a match winner and somebody who you would want to play for India in the times to come? For him to be a match winner in white ball cricket as well.
Yeah.
Or would he just go there, sit out, and that's it?
Just like he did in New Zealand.
Yeah. So if they are actually going to go ahead with Kuldeep Yadav, I will say that you're trying to be the England of new. If you again, I think the third fast bowler is a choice. It's a difficult choice. You've got Navdeep Saini, you've got Jaideep Unadkat, and you've got Shardul Thakur. Not much to choose from. So maybe Shardul Thakur gets the precedent. But if against Bangladesh, even if it is in Bangladesh, are you looking at number 8, 9, 10 to make
Umesh
you
and
out?
Siraj are there in the 11, no?
They've got to be. They've got to be.
It should be.
And then your third seamer.
Either Shardul or
Shardul, Navdeep or
I think
Jaideep.
Shardul plays only and only if I think Kuldeep.
again, Rahul, in trying to balance something, you are trying to compensate with the batting of a bowler. If Shardul Thakur actually is your first choice third seamer, he must play. Not because he can bat,
But because he's your
because you
third
think
choice.
he's a good fast bowler who will get you wickets. Similarly, Kuldeep Yadav is got to be your second spinner. You got Ashwin batting at number 7 here.
Yeah, he can bat.
Ashwin at number 7.
Correct.
And even if you got Tom, Dick and Harry as your 8, 9, 10, 11, it does not matter.
Exactly.
It does not matter. So long as they can bowl and pick wickets.
No, that's spot on. I don't think you need to be looking at a deep batting lineup for a 2 test
But
series
then,
against Bangladesh.
see, I would want to see a Kuldeep Yadav.
Yeah.
Let people think whatever they may, that maybe we have a preference or something, but I think Kuldeep Yadav should get a game.
He has to.
He is the same bowler, by the way, for whom Ravi Shastri in 2019-20, he said that he is our number 1 overseas spinner.
And
So
then-
there has to be something that he must have, although after that the very same regime never played him
Overseas?
overseas. I don't think not overseas,
In general also,
nowhere. In fact, they didn't play him. So but Akshar Patel, they would say the last test match that was played, in fact the last few test matches that were played, Akshar Patel and Ashwin did majority of the bowling, at least in home conditions.
The
And
Bangladesh wickets could be a
and
little
Bangladesh-
different, Rahul. I know, again, if the wickets do keep low, Akshar Patel comes in handy. But are you now also trying to look ahead? Are you trying to look ahead or not? I mean, Akshar Patel can bat. If he plays, maybe he'll bat at 7 and Ashwin at 8. I don't know. Again, you're caught in that web where you don't know who's going to be your second.
Exactly, and Bangladesh test matches are not their forte, by the way.
Exactly.
I can't remember if they actually have won a test match in the last 2 or 3 years. I think one test match that I remember was when they played Zimbabwe in a one-off test match. That's it.
That's it.
I think besides that, in the recent memory, when I say recent memory, it may stretch back to maybe 2019 to 2020, by the way. So it's been almost 2-3 years. I can't remember if Bangladesh have won any test match. I'm not talking about series. West Indies came to
And
Bangladesh.
beat them.
They won a series there. They've lost to Pakistan. They've lost to South Africa. They've lost to, I think, Zimbabwe also. One test match they did play in Zimbabwe. They won there. But I think Zimbabwe may have travelled to Bangladesh and may have even won that test series. I'll have to check. But this is not their forte. And even if you are being defensive against Bangladesh also, although I'll have to say that with some sort of exactly some responsibility and care also, because I was the one who said that I won't be surprised if India beat Bangladesh 3-0 in the ODIs and then 2-0 in the test matches. So, but as it happens, India have lost the ODI series, and KL Rahul now.
RN Sana points out they beat New Zealand, Bangladesh. When was this? I can't.
No, they actually won a test match in New Zealand very recently, by the way. Very recently. That was yes. You're right. So yes. So anyways, I think So what we were discussing about KL Rahul's newfound approach. KL Rahul's newfound approach.
I don't know.
Which could be for one test, by the way.
No, I think most likely
2 tests.
Yeah, the thumb dislocation.
Stitches.
What is it with Rohit Sharma? Very unfortunate, no?
Well, this one again is an injury that happened on the field, on the ground. So there's nothing that you can do about this. But of late, Rohit Sharma has been going through some fitness crisis or illness crisis
Especially on
or the other.
when he's traveling, especially, England, he missed that one test match due to COVID.
No, he got down with COVID. Yeah.
Then before that, South Africa also, he missed.
So that's the point. I think KL Rahul is lucky that he's getting a chance to captain India.
True. Absolutely.
How many test matches has he led India?
Sorry?
In? How many test matches has he led India in?
One he led in South Africa.
And then the ODIs thereafter, nothing beyond
So,
that.
getting to lead the country in a test match is not...
Is there a problem with the sound? Raj Verma, I think he's the only person who's having issues with the sound.
Maybe his phone volume.
And Shivam, can you please increase the font size, the point size? Yeah, you please carry on. There's a super chat for you.
No, I said it's a good opportunity.
I think he's screen grabbed it.
Start scoring runs on a consistent basis. When I mean to start scoring runs which matter. It's not as if he's not scored runs that don't matter. He's I think he's got a lot many test centuries outside of India. But at this stage, if people are questioning his place in the side in any format, which means there is some problem with his game, and he's been your vice captain. So whenever Rohit doesn't play, Rahul gets to lead the side.
Correct.
I'm sure in times to come, when the T20 team is finalized, the T20 future team is finalized, and Hardik Pandya is the captain, there may or may not be any place for KL Rahul in the team.
True. And
I
that
think
could start with the turn of next year.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks' time, you will get to know. So in T20s, if India is already looking ahead of him, which means that this format may actually has its doors shut on him. Now even ODIs, because he's not opening the innings, he's been batting in the middle order. He's been keeping wickets. There could be competition for him there as well.
Correct.
So he'll have to save his place in the ODI team. Somebody who's leading the side is now looking at being sidelined also for from one or two formats. So I think in Test cricket he'll have to score runs. He's going to open the innings, and I'm sure opening the innings in Bangladesh is a lot easier than doing that elsewhere. But at the same time, the new ball in Chittagong is not going to be easy. Maybe the first half an hour, there will be some movement.
Go down. And there's one player, we haven't spoken about him in months now. At least there was a time when we all thought that his career is over.
And he's now the vice captain. Pujara being the vice captain, Rahul, how do you look at Pujara being the vice captain?
Yeah, sorry.
Pujara being the vice captain, how do you look at it? Is it to send a message to Rishabh Pant that you were the vice captain, but again you're playing to save your place in the side?
I think
is it like a message to Rishabh Pant?
It is a message to Rishabh Pant, but I don't think that there's any question in his on his place in the test team.
No, I'm not saying that. Maybe
as far as this captaincy thing is concerned, I think he's fallen way down in that pecking order.
Yeah.
It is a message.
Just to send him a message.
Absolutely.
That get runs in Test cricket.
There is
for you to come back in the white ball.
And it may not be. I think Test cricket is absolutely fine with him, Rishabh Pant. But it's just that his lack of runs in T20 cricket are also reflecting
in other formats.
And I think reflecting or affecting his reputation in other formats. At least ODIs it has because it is still a mystery as to whether or why Rishabh Pant missed that ODI series against Bangladesh, because initially what the BCCI said was that the medical team has advised Rishabh Pant to take rest from this ODI series, but then there are also reports that Rishabh Pant himself sought rest from the management, from the selectors, as that I need some rest, and that's it. But I think there is something wrong here, and there is more than what meets the eye as far in case of Rishabh Pant. Then Pujara, once again,
I think Pujara has done well to still be in the team. He went to England, got runs, and if he has a new lease of life, so be it.
but you think Pujara when we compare Pujara and Rahane's situations, both of them at one point in time, both of them were sailing in the same boat. We thought that their careers are over. Rahane, I don't know. I don't think, and I'm not too sure if he will get another crack at reviving his test career. But Pujara, because he was batting one down, for Rahane, you had a replacement maybe in a Shreyas Iyer. Pujara, maybe you could have had Shubman Gill in place of Pujara, but then more often than not, one of your openers would be missing because of injury or something or the other.
And I think Ajinkya Rahane unfortunately also fell in the T20 trap in trying to make a comeback into the T20 team.
The white ball team.
He chose to be in the IPL.
IPL auction.
Pujara knew, and this is the mistake Pujara had made last year.
Yes.
2021.
When he
So
was
this
picked by
year,
CSK.
nobody picked Pujara. He said, fine. He went to England, got so many centuries in county cricket that you had to
Yes.
give him another chance. Rahane unfortunately wasn't able to do that.
Yeah, he was in the IPL.
Yeah, so that went against him.
And A, he went to Pujara, went to play in English county, and B, you also had to go to England to play that
One-off test.
last test match of that
Five-match series,
rescheduled 5-test series. So I think that Pujara benefited there, and now maybe against Bangladesh, as you said, it may not be too difficult for a KL Rahul. For Cheteshwar Pujara, I think it would be even better when he comes out to bat. So he can once again resurrect, revive if it actually needs
Revival in the first place.
a revival in the first place. So that is one thing, but Bangladesh. शिवम
सुब्रत
अरे भाई देख लिया क्या करूं हाथ जोड़ लूं
क्या
अरे वेट समवेयर अच्छा डू यू थिंक बीसीसीआई अच्छा दिस इज ऑस्टिन कूना हाँ ही इज आस्किंग यू थिंक बीसीसीआई इज ट्रीटिंग ऋषभ पंत अनफेयरली. He should be a must in ODIs, and his stats in the last 12 ODI innings, and he's India's best test batter currently, world number 5. Why was he sacked as vice captain? This is, by the way, Austin Kuna,
who's a dedicated
I
Rishabh
don't
Pant
think
fan.
he's been dropped from the ODIs. He was given rest. That's what
That's the official line. Yeah.
No, but why was he sacked?
When was he sacked?
As the vice captain. Why was he removed as
It's
well?
okay, so what?
Acha, according to reports, will senior players rest against Sri Lanka in the white ball series? Yes, he's asking.
They've barely played.
So KL Rahul, as we know, I think
will be on leave.
He has already asked for leave because he has some personal matters to deal with, and then we'll have to see. But then what rest?
Exactly.
26th, this test series will get over.
You missed most of your senior players. The top 3 weren't there for New Zealand. Came back for Bangladesh and now are resting against Sri Lanka too. I mean, it makes no sense.
BC, go down. There was super chat also, Test cricket in Asia is a bit boring, but this aggressive approach is making it interesting. But in Sena, it's interesting already for viewers. Acha, yeah, why is it? Actually, he's right. In Sena countries, in England, Australia, I think there is still some viewership when we watch cricket in England, maybe.
Because there's a balance between the bat and the ball.
Correct. It's a fair competition.
It is either this way or that way. I mean, either you'll have tons and tons of runs,
or tons and tons of spinners,
or there'll be an akhada, a turning track. I mean, there won't be too many occasions where you would have in the subcontinent ball helping the faster bowlers as well. So either it'll be for the spinners or it'll be for your batsmen. So till you have that balance, how will Test cricket be interesting? I mean, and India is a good team, by the way. Like Pakistan have been finding out. See, they've done well in T20s. In Test matches, Pakistan are still in the transition mode. In the 2 Test matches, they've scored. In the 4th innings, they've scored runs in the excess of 300 and lost by a very few.
Correct.
Today and the last Test match, which means that they are on the right path, but they're doing something which is wrong. Maybe England
unable to finish it off.
Maybe lack of confidence in getting so close to the result. Maybe the fact that Babar is a defensive captain.
Today I thought they had won the game. When we were actually watching that game, they needed 65 odd runs.
It's not Test match, B. They needed some 81 runs
and then
they
ended
had
up
5
losing
wickets
it.
in their hand.
I think the moment they get very close to that victory,
They panic.
And today I thought there was one thing that went wrong with them. I think that decision when Saud Shakil was dismissed down the
given
leg
out
side, when
of the catch,
was taken, which was just a catch. That was the third umpire decided that it was a clean catch. I think that may have disrupted a few things in the dressing room. Suddenly, there could have been a commotion. Yaar, diya out nahi hai, galat de diya, ye kar diya.
I think the Pakistan Cricket Board has put a lot of pressure on their team. I mean,
Ramiz Raja.
Ramiz, I think
Pakistan
even
Cricket Board.
yesterday, see, there's a
He is
series
the
between
Pakistan
England
Cricket
and
Board.
Pakistan. See, about the pitches, about this and that, there can be controversy. But every day, Ramiz Raja has been giving interviews to some media outlet or the other and talking about India. And he's not been consistent. So yesterday he says that there is no problem, we will go to India for the World Cup, but they will have to come here. And then he says, we've survived, we've been able to survive without them. So what does he mean to say? Is he saying that India, even if they don't go to Pakistan, so they will come here for the World Cup? Last week he said कि हम नहीं आएंगे. So I think so many things around India. They're playing a Test match against England. And England have been playing good cricket, and he's only been talking about India. Either he's trying to divert the attention of the media and the common man from the criticism about the pitches, about his team, about the defeat, and just bringing this jingoism out. Bash India, and people will forget me or my follies. So you can't keep doing that here.
I don't know. Either he's trying to establish a reputation that he's very accessible, because every day you will see a statement from Ramiz Raja.
To some media outlet or the other.
Some media outlet, the broadcaster, and on everything, as in Babar's captaincy, Babar Azam, all these youngsters, all those experienced players, everything. He's been talking to media every day, making
Which is
statements.
okay, but this is outreach.
But exactly.
And they should try to sell the England-Pakistan series
Correct.
than just wanting to bash India. India hasn't even responded. There has not been a single statement by any Indian cricket official or player regarding Pakistan. After that one statement from Jai Shah on the Asia Cup, there has not been a single comment by India. So nobody is even responding to what Ramiz Raja has been saying every day. And that kind of belittles your own self.
Exactly.
Belittles your own self.
He's been shouting on top of his voice and
there's no response.
Acha, Rajan Thind, your good friend, I was asking you a question. I am sure you have.
Sat Sri Akal. So his question is,
what's your take on DK being misused in the World Cup T20 and not getting an honourable exit?
who got an honourable exit from the how many?
Only
Nehra did.
Honestly,
Sachin
even MS Dhoni's last game for India
was
turned out to be a defeat in the World Cup semi-final by that logic. So Dinesh Karthik did play for India in the World Cup.
semi-final.
I don't think he's been misused. There can be a counter argument as well.
That he
Was he
didn't
needed?
that he didn't justify his
Was
own
he
stance.
needed? And the same Dinesh Karthik has also gone on record yesterday to talk about Shikhar Dhawan. And he said, unfortunately, since Shikhar's been an outstanding performer for India, so he thinks that this is going to be the end of the road for Shikhar Dhawan. So my point is, while you were you made a comeback into the Indian team, and now that you're donning the hat of an expert, so aren't these two extreme views?
No, because he said very clearly that Kishan's form means it could very well be curtains, or he would need to be watching over his back.
Shivam, you're sleeping today.
No, sir.
I know. Yash Gupta is saying, missed out meeting you in Sydney this time. Vikrant sir, but when are you coming next? We used to play cricket on weekends and would love to play with you.
Arey wah.
Yash used to play cricket
good.
with you? He's, huh?
Maybe from he could be from Gurgaon or Chandigarh, I don't know.
If you played cricket, you would know him, no?
Maybe in Gurgaon.
Yes.
Maybe in Gurgaon.
We used to play cricket on weekends, huh?
I also play cricket on weekends.
No, that's what I think he's saying.
Yeah, we must have played against each other. Yes.
Or with each other.
Yeah.
But
No, I think against each other.
Chalo, anyways. Anything else? Acha. Okay. Will BCCI give an option of farewell? Oh, yeah, people are already talking about farewell. Your famed cricketers. Go down. Mary Udan is saying we both can open. I think that's not a good option. Why Uran Malik and yeah. Don't you think fast bowling is more attractive to the eyes than spinners? And this might be the reason to watch Test cricket in Sri. Very good question. Huh?
True. I mean, how many spinners would you pay money to watch? Shane Warne.
Shane Warne was one.
He was probably one of the few. Murli.
Yeah. Murli, Shane Warne. On these dead Indian wickets, especially, I like the point when you said that India has a very good test team. Still, you have to prepare wickets like the ones you've seen in the recent past, in last 4-5 years. So, you've got world-class batters, you've got world-class bowlers, spinners, and still you have to prepare wickets like these where you get over with the matches
in 3 days.
In 2 days, 3 days. What is this super chat? Hanuma Vihari for Pujara, but was never given a consent.
He, to be fair, he was unfortunate that he was used as you plug any hole in the squad. You don't have an opener, Vihari can bat.
And he was used only in overseas conditions. He's barely played a few games here.
In India, correct.
He made his debut much before Shreyas Iyer, much before a lot of these other players. But then he didn't, when it came to playing in India, you didn't give him an opportunity. You chose Shreyas Iyer. You went with Shreyas Iyer, not Hanuma Vihari, by the way. Hanuma Vihari can always say that, I have also been unfairly treated. और क्या है?
Are we done?
He's saying take this. It's an order from.
Because it's Yuvraj Singh's birthday. Too many innings which come to my mind. The first one is first knock,
his debut
84 against Australia in Nairobi. The one that he scored on his birthday in 2009 against Sri Lanka at the PCA Stadium, Mohali. The World Cup 2007 knock against England against
2011
Australia 2011. I mean, Yuvraj Singh's been outstanding here. Outstanding.
Chalo.
One of the best India's
and one of the best match winners, you can say.
Yes. I think it's one thing to be a great cricketer, but to be a match winner.
That consistent level.
Rahul Vasudev from Australia, KL Rahul, KL Bharat Pujara, Kohli, Shreyas, Pant, Ashwin, Akshar, Shardul, Siraj and Umesh Yadav is my 11. I preferred KS Bharat after his confident half century in England. So basically no Shubman Gill here for Rahul Vasudev. Chalo. Anyways, I think Shivam, we'll leave it here with your permission.
With your permission.
Chalo. So, what else do we have now?
But what else do we have now?
Any promotions, anything, subscription?
Well, no, you guys don't forget, if you enjoy what it is we do, you can like, share the video, leave us a few more comments. We see a lot coming in already. You can leave some more comments. Yeah, you can also tap the bell icon, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram as well.